The vast space, which includes everything that exists on the earth and around it, is called the universe. The universe includes the celestial or heavenly objects like the stars, the planets and their moons, meteorites, comets, asteroids. Moon. A celestial body revolving around a planet is known as a satellite. The moon is the Earth's only natural satellite. The moon has no light of its own. The silvery moonlight, which has inspired many poets and painters, is the light from the sun, which is reflected by the moon's surface. Let us study some characteristic features of the moon. Distance of the moon from the Earth: 384,403 kilometers. Time taken by the moon to complete one revolution around the Earth: 27 days, 8 hours, 27.3 days. Moon's diameter: 3,474 kilometers, a little more than 1/4 of the Earth's size. Moon's surface: it is made up of mountains and craters. Craters are saucer-shaped holes formed when asteroids and comets from the space hit the moon's surface. Phases of the moon: moon revolves around the Earth. The Earth revolves around the sun. As a result, the moon also revolves around the sun along with the Earth. The moon reflects sunlight falling on it towards the Earth. We see different amounts or portions of the sunlit surfaces of the moon from the Earth, depending upon the relative positions of the sun, the moon and the Earth. Thus, sometimes we see almost no face of the moon, called new moon. Sometimes we see half of the moon, and sometimes we see the whole circular face of the moon, called full moon. The day-to-day changes in the size and shape of the moon, as seen from the Earth, are called the phases of the moon. The solar system. The solar system consists of the Sun, the 8 planets and their satellites, and thousands of smaller heavenly bodies such as asteroids, comets and meteors. The 8 planets in their order of distance from the Sun are Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. The Sun. The Sun is the nearest star from us. It is the star around which the Earth, other planets and celestial bodies revolve. So, the Sun is the head of the solar system. Let us study some characteristic features of the Sun. Distance of the Sun from the Earth: 150 into 106 kilometers. Size: 109 times bigger in size than the Earth. Mass: 330,000 times as heavy as the Earth. Diameter of the Sun: 14 into 105 kilometers. Temperature: the temperature at the surface of the Sun is about 6,000 degrees Celsius, while the temperature at its center is about 15 million degrees Celsius. Life. It is believed that the Sun was formed about 5 billion or 500 crores years ago. It is estimated that the Sun may continue to give its light and heat to us for at least another 5 billion years. Thus, the total life of the Sun has been estimated to be about 10 billion years. Planets. Planets are solid heavenly bodies which revolve around the Sun in closed elliptical orbits or paths. There are 8 planets including the Earth in the solar system. The 4 inner planets, Mercury, Venus, Earth and Mars, are called terrestrial planets. The 4 outer planets, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune, are called Jovian planets. A planet has no light of its own. A planet shines because it reflects the light of the Sun. Mercury and Venus are also called morning and evening stars, although they are not stars. The planets which can be seen with naked eyes from the Earth are Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter and Saturn. Different planets have different sizes. Mercury is the smallest planet in the solar system. Jupiter is the biggest planet of the solar system. Mercury is the nearest planet to the Sun, while Neptune is farthest from the Sun. A planet has a definite path in which it revolves around the Sun. This path is called an orbit. The period of revolution for Mercury is minimum 88 days, whereas for Neptune it is maximum 165 years. The Earth takes 24 hours to complete one rotation. The period of rotation for Jupiter is minimum 9 hours 55 minutes, whereas for Venus it is maximum 243 days. Mercury and Venus has no natural satellites. Uranus rotates on its axis from east to west, whereas all other planets rotate from west to east. Saturn has maximum confirmed satellites, 60 in number. Mercury. The planet Mercury is nearest to the Sun. It takes only 88 days to complete one revolution. It has no natural satellite. Venus. Venus is the brightest planet in the night sky. Unlike Earth, it rotates from east to west. Earth. The Earth is the only planet in the solar system on which life is known to exist. Mars. Mars is a reddish planet. Mars is known as the red planet. It possesses an atmosphere mostly of carbon dioxide. Jupiter. Jupiter is the largest planet of the solar system. The mass of Jupiter is about 318 times of our Earth. Saturn. Saturn has the most visible and beautiful rings that encircle the planet. Saturn is the least dense among all the planets. Its density is less than that of water. Uranus. Uranus also has a ring system. It has 27 natural satellites. Neptune. Neptune also has a ring system. It has 13 known satellites.
Some other members of the solar system. There are some other bodies which revolve around the Sun. Let us learn about some of them. Asteroids. Asteroids are small, irregular heavenly bodies of rocks and metals which revolve around the Sun in the gap between the orbits of Mars and Jupiter. Asteroids can be seen through large telescopes. There may be as many as 100,000 asteroids. Asteroids can measure a few meters to hundreds of kilometers in width. The surface of the asteroids is full of craters, indicating impact from meteorites.
Comet. A comet is a small body of ice and dust that moves around the Sun in an elongated orbit. The tail of a comet always points away from the Sun. Meteoroids, meteors and meteorites. Meteoroids. Meteoroids. Meteoroids are small, rocky, irregular, heavenly bodies which revolve around the Sun. Scientists believe that meteorites are left over rocks during the formation of the solar system. Meteors are burning meteorites, which we see as a bright streak of light that flashes for a moment across the sky. Meteors are also called shooting stars. Meteorites. A meteoroid which does not burn completely on entering the Earth's surface and lands on the Earth's surface is known as meteorite. Constellations. Ursa Major or Great Bear constellation. It is also known as the Big Dipper, the Great Bear or the Saptarishi, Indian name. There are 7 prominent stars in this constellation, which forms the shape of a dipper, a long-handled spoon used for drawing out water. We can locate the pole star with the help of Ursa Major. Ursa Major appears to move around the pole star. The pole star appears stationary as seen from the Earth. Orion constellations or Hunter constellation. It also has 7 or 8 bright stars and several faint stars which form the body of a hunter. Orion constellations. The star Sirius, which is the brightest star in the sky, is located close to Orion. Some other prominent constellations: Scorpius, Scorpion; Leo, Lion; Cassiopeia, W or inverted M shape.
Artificial satellites. An artificial satellite is a man-made object that has been purposely placed into the orbit around the Earth or other planets to perform specific functions. They are launched from the Earth. First artificial satellite, called Sputnik 1, was launched by the erstwhile USSR on October 4, 1957. The first Indian artificial satellite, named Aryabhatta, was launched on 19 April 1975. Some other Indian satellites are INSAT, Indian National Satellite Series; IRS, Indian Remote Sensing Satellite Series; Kalpana 1, EduSat. Uses of artificial satellites. Artificial satellites are used for forecasting weather, transmitting radio and television signals, telecommunication, cellular phones and long-distance telephones, fax, etc. are few of the services provided by satellite communication. Remote sensing for locating mineral resources, underground water and for land mapping. For collecting information about other planets and about the outer space.